But it's now my great pleasure to introduce a French coach. He's a good friend of mine. He's trying to help me learn French, trying to help me. We both share a passion for rugby, obviously. We both share a passion for France. I'm one of the last Francophiles. But Jean-Pierre Toujours-Toulouse is a remarkable man. He is coming on board in a moment, so I'd like you to come on board. Where are you? Have you got stage fright, mate? Oh, there he is. Come on, Jean-Pierre. Now, what I know as a passionate Frenchman, Jean-Pierre, there is a tradition. We saw today with the ties. So I'm going to give you a tie from my village, which is a Frenchman you should wear proudly.
Okay, thank you, Ian. I'm sorry, but it's not my color, huh? I need 3 colors, not 2, okay? So I will wear it just for you to honor you, okay? So thank you very much to Ian for that wonderful introduction. Bonjour tout le monde.
Bonjour.
Oh, you speak French, that's good, okay. I was impressed. Est-ce qu'il y a des Français ici, des Français? Que toi? Les deux, ok, bon. Il y a l'autre, francophone, francophile, quelqu'un qui parle français, that's it? Okay, well, I have to do in English for this time, no problem. I'll try for you in English, but I have to apologize about my English because Ian is my English teacher. So, I teach him French, he teaches me English with a South African accent, so it's a bit complicated for me. So, my name is Jean-Pierre Toujours-Toulouse. That is how you pronounce it. It's very difficult. I know for you, some people in France, they call me GPTT. In Australia, you say GP alphabet. I think it's not too complicated, huh? But you can probably tell from my accent, I'm not from around here, I'm from La Perouse. By Sans Souci and Brighton Le Sands. I love how you call your suburbs here with French names, they make me feel at home, you know? You know Sans Souci, what it means in French, do you know so? No? It means no worries, so we give this concept to you, huh? But it's okay. You can keep it, Sans Souci. So it's my great privilege, great honor to be here. It was my dream, you know, to be in Australia one day, to live here, such a beautiful, lucky country. I used to, when I was a young child, so if you could get off your phone, please. I know you're investing a lot of money right now, but just for 15 minutes, you know? Okay? Okay? Who do you work for, sir? Who is the boss? Are you the boss? Who are you? M&M? What is with this hair? Look at this. Don't bring attention to yourself, huh? I'm saying some very important things, huh? Okay? You want to rap? Hip-hop? No? Okay. I'll make you walk 8 miles. Okay, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just saying that when I was a young child in France, we used to watch Crocodile Dundee and Crocodile Hunter, and to this day, my favorite clothing brand is still Lacoste. Now I know where the intelligent people in the room are sitting, not next to you. What happened here? What happened? You invite people that didn't come, or what? You buy the ticket for them? And I say, even if you spend $500, I'm not going to sit next to you. Is that what they say? Or you text in and say, it's in Fullerton, come. What's that? Please come. Oh, me? No, I'm working, okay? You're distracting me, you know. I try to do my speech, which I prepare for a long time. I want to thank Ian McCool. He likes to be called that, McCool, you know, for putting on this event for all the poor people in East Sydney. So, I mean, East Timor, of course, East Timor. It's very nice of him to do that. I call him Make Richie because that's what I want him to do for me, but not yet. You know, he's actually my financial advisor, Ian. He gave me some very good advice. Like last year at the Melbourne Cup, he told me, race 3, number 7, let's elope. Can't lose. But I lost. I booked the wrong horse. I bought Les Salopes. It's different in French. Only 2 people got this joke, no problem. Not all my joke for everybody, huh? Just some for... So, look, today he asked me to come. He said, give me some advice. There's going to be 500-something people in the room, some of them with some money, you know. He said, you should promote your new book. My new book is called Life Lessons from Losing. And I have 3 chapters dedicated to the Waratahs. This season, last season, and next season. Yes, I don't know I can wear this anymore, but neither can they. I used to play rugby, and now I coach rugby, but I'm also a journalist. I write, I wrote this, actually. I use a nom de plume. You know what is a nom de plume? Yes, I use a nom de plume, Pierre Fitzsimon. I'm very well known. Huh? But I'm here today in Australia. I'm working as a coach, assistant coach, with the Lebanese Cedar Rugby League team because of my good friend Michael Cheka. Is Michael here? No? Michael Cheka? Did I make it? Did I make the side? Outside on the bench? What happened? Anyway, I used to work with Michael when he was coaching Stade Francais in Paris. He was the head coach of the Parisian team of Stade Francais, and I was the former assistant forwards coach for the reserves coming off the bench. My players were like the Army Reserve, you know? They play 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. Thank you, this side of the room, very good, very clever. Your team, I don't know what's happening over here, okay? So anyway, I don't know if you know the Stade Francais, but back when we were coaching there, the owner's wife, she liked the players to be good looking, you know? I don't know why I'm looking at you, this is not the right... Nobody. And that's what I mean, it's difficult to find good-looking rugby players, you know? Not everybody is Nick Farr-Jones or Dan Carter, you know? A lot of them are like Tony Daly, Ewan McKenzie, Phil Carnes, it's like this. So it's hard for us to find a good-looking player, but luckily, she did not have the same system for the coaches. Otherwise, Michael and I would be unemployed. So, when I played rugby, my position, can you guess? Winger? No? I look fast? No. I was number 4, which in French we call half-wit. You're a good crowd, I like this. Huh? This joke also works in French as well. Huh? But I don't know if you've been to France or to Paris, but I grew up in the banlieue. Now, if you know the banlieue of Paris is the outside, sort of the rough part of town. It's like the Montjouet, the Rosehill, this kind of place, but without the RSL. So I had nothing to do, you know, and I was very violent, and I really had no outlet. So until one day I found rugby, I discovered rugby, and it was my savior, you know. I felt free with rugby because now I could beat up other men without a penalty. Anyway, so I felt very free with rugby, you know, and I felt like D-Day at Normandy, or when the lockdown finished last month. It was so nice. But it made me feel, you know, a little bit like William Webelis. You know William Webelis? Guillaume? William? That's how you say? Webelis? The guy who invented rugby, you know him? Yes. In 1823, he was in a town of rugby in England, and he was bored from playing soccer or football, because, you know, the English, they always score 0, so he was sick of scoring 0, so of course he picked up the football, huh? And he ran with the football, and the kids, the English kids, they said, Sir, look sir, it's William, he's cheating, he's breaking the rules. He's not breaking the rules. We're English, we make the rules. It's a new sport, we'll call it rugby, and give him 4 points for trying. And 5 points if he forms a union. I think my English got better suddenly, but anyway. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the elephant in the room. Once again, anyway, no, the politics, you know, because, you know, France and Australia, we have a lot of long tradition, you know, you helped us many times in World War I, World War II, World War III, maybe, I don't know. But recently, your Prime Minister, he make a big problem with us, you know? You know about this, can we talk about this? Is he here today, Scott Morrison? I don't think so. I heard he's back in Canberra trying to work out how to rebuild the federal cabinet. Didn't like this? Okay, no problem. I know you all vote Liberal, so I understand this. It's your team, huh? So, but you know, I mean, the thing is, I mean, how would you feel, Eminem? How would you feel? I don't know how big the deal you were doing there on your phone, right? Was it Tinder or Grindr? I don't know which one was it. Both? Les deux? Okay. But $90 billion is a lot of money for anybody outside of this room. You know, even for France, $90 billion. And we have this deal for the submarine. And of course, ScoMo pull out of the deal like Napoleon pulling out of Russia. You know, it was very difficult for us. And I don't understand why he did that. Because, you know, if you think about it, French were very good under the water. Jacques Cousteau invented the scuba diving, huh? What do you call scuba divers? Frogmen. Hello, voila. Everything underwater is French, you know? So for you to not take our submarine and take the Americans, it's very controversial, you know? But look, even Mururoa Atoll was above the water until we came along. Look, it's not to say that you cannot come to visit in France, okay? Of course, we welcome Australians, but you will have to fly in and fly out. I think you're good at this, half your workforce does this, no? Just don't come under the water, because the last guy who came under the water from Australia was Harold Holt. It was a one-way trip. He's still there, swimming the English Channel like Chloe McCardell. Is Chloe here? Hello, Chloe. She swims the English Channel, you know? 43 times, sir, 43 times. She got lost on the way. I don't know what happened. Look, I understand. 44? Oh, you did one while we were talking? Okay. She's so good. I understand why you go from, you know, from England to France. I understand, but why you go the other way? I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, well done to Chloe. She did that. And so let me get back to what I was talking about. So, look, the thing is, we got a long history of underwater sabotage. I mean, sabotage is, of course, a French word. And we did this very well with the Rainbow Warrior. You remember the Rainbow Warrior? This was not a political move. This was a strategy to defeat the All Blacks, which we can do. A lot. More than you. Anyway. More than me. Look, you know, it's not difficult to beat the All Blacks. I mean, South Africa also managed to do this using one person called Susie, the waitress, who gave them food poisoning. It's not hard to give food poisoning in South Africa. Just try their food. Biltong, bourgeois, it will give you the runs for sure. You can't do this with French food because poison in French is poisson, which is fish. It just means seafood, there's no problem. Anyway, this is how we defeat the All Blacks with psychology, and you know, that's why we are the bogey side. And but ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here today to brag so much. It's very un-French. I used to be. They used to call me the what you call, like I was. Basically, I was not a very good player, you know, but I'm a very good coach. They used to call me the Alan Jones of French rugby. They said I was so right wing, I made Israel Folau look like inside center. I don't know. He's not here? No. He's with ScoMo? Clive Palmer? I don't know. You know, I'm not too worried about crossing from rugby league to rugby union or from French to English, because I figure if Israel can cross international borders, why can't I? It's called a reverse Folau. You see, the reason I make fun of Israel Folau, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you realize, but actually, I'm not originally French. I'm from Ekaroa, New Zealand. Anybody know Ekaroa? Any Kiwis in? No, just one guy over there with a thumb. Good on you, sir. Where are you from, sir? Ekaroa. Oh, there you go, sweet ass. I thought I recognised you. You look different now. Got some sun, bro. So Ekaroa, if you don't know, is just outside of Christchurch. It's a little French town. The person I was just imitating there was my old rugby coach, Jean-Pierre Toujours-Toulouse, which is appropriate because you always lost. Anyway, nobody got that, fair enough. You probably vouch for this, sir. You know, Ekaroa is just outside of Christchurch. Go down Route 75, past the Big Sheep, take a U-turn, left past Middle Earth, there you go. Easy. But the reason I make fun of Israel Folau is that I'm actually related. My real name is Palestine Folau. I'm half Tongan too. He's my cousin. Well, technically my cousin bro, but we don't get into that. That's a complicated family tree, bro, you know what I'm saying? So we used to get together on, family get-togethers and play a bit of rugby, but it was always a bit difficult, you know, him being Israel, me being Palestine, very difficult. It's always taking over my turf, taking my ball, you know. But it's just a bit risky, is it? But there's some squeamish people in this room, eh? So where's he going with this? It's just a rugby euphemism, you know, your rugby metaphor. Anyway, so we used to play back then, but ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. He's Tongan, obviously. I'm only half Tongan and half Samoan. Any Tongans or Samoans in the room? Not surprised? We're usually on the door keeping you lot out. Tonight I'm in keeping you in, you know what I mean? That's why I recognise you, bro. I think I kept you out a few times. And your two mates, I told them they've had too much. So yeah, anyway, so people always go, that's interesting, is you're half Samoan, half Tongan? Is your mum from Samoa and your dad from Tonga? I go, no. Is your dad from Samoa and your mum from Tonga? I go, no. Is your mum and dad from Samoa but they moved to Tonga? I go, no. Is your mum and dad from Tonga but then they moved to Samoa? I go, no. They go, bro, how can you be half Samoan and half Tongan? I said, I'm from the border, eh? You're from the border, bro. Samoa and Tonga, two totally separate islands. Nothing between them but 1,000 miles of clear blue sea. Okay, bro. No need to get Pacific. That's one for everybody. Even that guy over there with the red tie, never got anything. Still didn't get that one. There you go. Look at him. Hello, sir. What's your name? What's his name? John. That's too complicated for me, bro. All right, he's laughing now. That's good, because everybody else is laughing. I want you to come along for the ride, bros. You know what I mean? So anyway, look, people say, why do they call the Pacific the Pacific? I say, that's pretty simple. Whatever you want to do in the Pacific, there's a Pacific spot for it. Like you want to celebrate Easter, you go to Easter Island. You want to celebrate Christmas, you go to Christmas Island. You want to find a virgin, you go to Norfolk Island. Some of you might have been. I wanted to find something new recently, so I went to New Zealand. And I was watching the television, because they got one now. And this show came on with 15 guys all in black jerseys doing the haka. You know the haka. You know that one? It's called Kiwi foreplay. You know, when you see that, you know some football team is about to lose. About to get screwed, I meant to say. Sorry about that. That would have been funnier, eh? But usually the Wallabies. Anyway. Oh, I missed that. See, I've got distracted by John over there. I feel bad, bro. Your face hasn't moved. That's all right, we'll work on you. Anyway, so the haka has gone global, though, these days. It's done all over the world now. Now they've taken it over in Brazil, you know, in Junior Olympics, and they mixed it with a local dance called the capoeira. Now they're doing a hakawera, all this kind of stuff, right? And in Israel, they've got the haka nagila, haka, nagila, haka. And in Singapore, they mixed it with the food and got haka noodles. And I was at a sporting match in Mexico. There's an effeminate Mexican next to me doing the Hakarena. Oh, kamate kora kora. Kamate kora kora. Kamate kora kora. Hey, Hakarena. You taught me that. And then my other favourite haka is when you go to South Africa. My keys, my car, my wallet, my phone. You know that kind of... But my favourite haka of all, ladies and gentlemen, is when you watch the cricket. Any cricket fans? Well, there's too many jokes there, but anyway, okay. When you watch the cricket and watch the Indians playing the cricket, because they love the cricket, you know, you get like 100,000 Indians around a cricket stadium all doing the Indian haka. Oh, chipati, chipati, korma, korma. Chipati, chipati, korma, korma. Holy cow, eat it now, dip it in chutney, call it madras. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch. And have a good time.
So there you go. Shh. Merci. Jean-Pierre, who's actually comedian Sam McCool. Please thank him. Now, before we take a break, we have our ACU helpers collecting the raffled...